Assalamu alaikum. This is the KIK representing the POBUMS Society. Just want to say a few words about what's happening on the Gaza Strip. I wasn't going to speak about it, but yeah. If you didn't know by now, the Israeli Defense Force is totally bombing the hell out of Gaza, northern and southern Gaza. The people are basically boxed in with nowhere to run to, nowhere to go. The Israeli Defense Force has bombed all of the hospitals in the area. They have bombed ambulances. They have bombed schools. They have bombed humanitarian workers. They have targeted journalists. And the world sits back and does absolutely nothing. And I want you to focus on the media and how the media is portraying this. Anybody, any organization, any leader, any politician, any actor, any entertainer, anybody that criticizes what Israel is doing to the Palestinian people is being labeled anti-Semitic. According to what I saw online, some people are saying to even question Israel and what they're doing is a form of anti-Semitism. You can't even question what they're doing and how they are treating the Palestinian people unless you're labeled anti-Semitic. And the United States is funding Israel with weapons and with bombs. Your tax dollars are being funded to Israel to kill innocent people. You are witnessing a real live genocide play out in real time, and ethnic cleansing play out in real time. And nobody can say anything about it because they are labeled anti-Semitic. Listen, a lot of people think Kanye West is an ass. It is what it is. But he spoke some truth when he said you can't do anything in any avenue because certain people control it. And when you call that out, you're labeled anti-Semitic. So just peep the media and how they're trying to say that Israel is justified in what they're doing to try to root out Hamas by bombing innocent people. In the Bible and the Holy Quran, there's a thing called the law of retaliation. Basically, it means that the punishment must fit the crime. So under this law, if I step on your shoe, you can't pull out a AK-47 and kill me because the punishment doesn't fit the crime. What Israel is doing now does not fit the crime of what has been happening. People want to say on October 7th, you should condemn Hamas for their actions, and that's why Israel is doing what they're doing. Well, it's only fair if you condemn Hamas for their attack on October 7th, then you also must condemn the Israeli government for treating the Palestinian people like second-class citizens and making them refugees in their own homeland for over 70 years. Do you think you can keep your boot on the neck of a people for over 70 years and nothing's going to happen? Do you think you can control their water, their internet, electricity, food, medicine, turn it on and off like a light switch and treat these people like they're nothing for over 70 years and nothing's going to happen. And the whole world sits back and allows this to happen because nobody has the strength or the fortitude or the courage to tell Israel that they're wrong. There's no nation in the world that can say anything to Israel. For instance, like the United States can put sanctions on China, Russia, Cuba, but nobody will put sanctions on Israel because they feel that they have a right to do what they're doing. I want you to understand something. All Jewish people do not agree with what Israel is doing. And all Jewish people do not agree with Zionism. Zionism is white supremacy dressed up, hidden behind so-called religious and political motives. So that's all I want to say, but please pay attention to the media and how they're trying to control the narrative that Israel is justified in killing innocent civilians. And if you notice, the world is not doing anything, but there have been protests going on all across the globe, but the media is not picking up on that. In some countries and in some states, they're trying to make it illegal to protest in favor of Palestine. But if you protest in favor of Israel, you have no problems. Also, there's a law in several states within the United States that I think is called the anti-boycotting law. I'm not sure, but the law goes like this. It is illegal to boycott products from Israel. It is illegal to boycott Israel. So if your company is one of the companies that's boycotting Israel, in certain states, they have made it illegal to do that. Imagine that. Imagine that. So when Farrakhan or somebody calls out Israel or Jewish control in affairs of certain people, you want to label them anti-Semitic. That's not anti-Semitic to speak truth to power. And what the Israeli government is doing to the Palestinian people, it's a damn shame. Also, one last thing. The Arab Islamic nations around the world, you came together to condemn Israel, but it's all lip service. How can you call yourself a Muslim and see the Ummah in Palestine the way it is, and you won't even bust a grape? How can you say you believe in Allah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah, and all of that, but you see the Palestinians in the state that they're in, and you do not apply any pressure on Israel or the United States to tell them to back off? According to the Quran, only Allah can call for jihad. When you see your people being slaughtered by the masses, bombs are being dropped on them, and the world sits back and does nothing, and Islamic nations sit back and do nothing but pray the Fatiha, then you don't deserve to call yourself a Muslim. A Muslim is an active term, one who submits his will to do the will of Allah. The will of Allah is not letting Palestinians be slaughtered by the tens of thousands, and no Islamic nation can step up to the plate and challenge Israel and the United States and say, look, enough is enough. If you keep bombing the Palestinian people, then you got a problem with the whole Islamic world. That's how it should be. It is what it is. All right, let me fall back before, FBI comes knocking at my door. But that's all I want to say. But yeah, if this is the KIK representing POBUMS society, just wanted to speak briefly on that. But pay attention to how the media is trying to control the narrative, and how anybody that speaks up against Israel is automatically labeled anti-Semitic. All right, peace, KIK. I'm out.